also known as Healing Honey. And you guys, we are in the middle of Scorpio season. Scorpio season is an intense time. A lot of people are facing their shadow, things are coming up, deep emotions that may have been hidden from you. This is a very passionate time, a time for intimacy, sexuality. People's darker sides are surfacing. It's a really good time to talk about things like this. Sexuality and gender identity is a really interesting topic that we should bring into the light, because the minute that we feel that we can't talk about these things, that they're too taboo, that we're gonna offend somebody, that we can't speak on these things, like if you can't speak your mind freely, well, then you're not in a free world. And so you never want to restrict yourself. You want to be able to speak your heart and mind. That's how we find resolve. That's how we can use our intellect to learn from one another. And so there's some things I'm noticing in the world, and I want to talk about it today, and I definitely want to know your thoughts as well. So make sure you drop me a comment and let me know how you feel. Just please be respectful, because on this channel, it's not about judging one another. Okay, we're here to love one another, to learn and grow together. But it is about diving deep within ourselves and doing inner work, taking a real good look at ourselves, and being honest and raw so that we can heal, so that we can love and just know ourselves, know our power to create the world that we want. I feel like in today's day and age, we are being targeted, we are being attacked spiritually, men and women, and we are being led astray from who we really are and who we were born to be. Our power, we're never taught about our power. We're never taught about our divinity, and our gender identity is really under attack right now. I've been hearing about this whole gender neutral thing. People are now saying, I'm not identifying as a man. I'm not identifying as a woman. I'm identifying as nothing. I'm neutral. I'm gender neutral. And this is really dangerous, you guys. God created gender. Okay, humans can debate on gender roles all day long. But as far as your gender, the way that you were born into the world, the parts of your body that you came into, there's no debate there. Men and women, they complement one another. There's purpose behind gender. And the way we bring life into the world, a man has his part and he puts it in the woman, and life is created. There's no debating that. There's nothing neutral about that. There's meaning behind it. There's purpose behind it. And it's really crazy, because we're in a time where technology is starting to run rampant. And I saw this clip online of a baby being constructed in an artificial womb, to be born. And so we are being torn apart from one another, as far as the men and the women. Like, true connection is what our soul craves, and it's what it needs. Like, men are being turned against women, women are being turned against men, making it seem like we don't need one another. Hyper independence, hypersexuality, lust thrown into our face 24/7. People just like chasing all this stuff instead of recognizing like the value of family, the value of love, the value of one another. And so it's causing mass confusion, and especially for the youth. If you grow up thinking that your sexuality and even your gender identity is an option, it's a choice, like, you're gonna be confused. So it's like we have young teenagers who are now feeling like, oh, am I gay? And I have nothing against people who identify as gay. Like, I love all people, and I have some of my favorite people do identify as gay. So this is not about like if you identify as gay or not. It's about this choice that's being presented to people. God created men for women and women for men. Like, we go together, and this is divine design. This is the original design. It was designed this way. If we are teaching the youth that they can be gender neutral, we are really stripping them of how they were born into the world. You know, like, there's so much beauty in being a woman or being a man. We all have masculine and feminine energy within us. You know, whether you're a man or a woman, we have both. This world that we're living in right now is just hyper masculine. There's an attack on women specifically, you know, to try to create a baby in an artificial womb. Like, you're trying to take away the woman's power, the woman's divinity. Women are needed. We are the divine portal. You know, we have so much love, nurturing, healing energy that we bring to the earth. Men need women, and women need men. And so I feel like we're being torn apart from one another. We're being taught that, oh, don't identify even as a woman or a man or anything. If you want a baby, go pay a surrogate, or better yet, we'll just make one for you in a lab. Like, we are getting further and further away from the original design, the divine design, which is not a good thing. So we have to be aware of this. The media will try to tell you that gender neutral is all about not labeling people and letting people be free. Okay, it sounds good, but there's a lot of manipulation behind that, you guys. The powers that be want to create life artificially. Okay, so just point blank, period. And we cannot be replicated completely and or eradicated unless we stop having sex with one another. We're confused. Oh, maybe I like men, or maybe I like women. I don't know. Oh, I'm gender neutral. Oh, I'm gonna go get surgery. I'm gonna change everything up. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna be confused. I'm gonna be hurting, because it's like we're being led astray. We're being targeted, and this is not about religion, because I'm not religious. It's just about awakening to these things. There's confusion that's being poured onto the masses, you know, where they make evil look good, but it is evil because it's causing confusion, it's causing pain. Everybody is entitled to feel how they want to feel, you know, but I would encourage you to go within and be real with yourself. Don't be led astray. Like, don't be led by the outside world. Don't see that gender neutral is trending, or your favorite celebrity gave their baby some name that is just like gender neutral. Like, go within, and you were born this specific gender for a reason. Were you born this gender to transition? Maybe so, but it's a very personal thing. And so, once again, there's power in being a woman. There's power in being a man, and we complement one another. Like, we create balance for each other. There's so many strengths that men have that women need, like, to lean on. And there's so many things that women have that men need. And so it's like, we were created for a reason. Like, we have purpose. There's a meaning behind this relationship, you know, like Adam and Eve, like the sun and the moon. Like, there's two of so many things on earth, you know, night and day. And so yin and yang, basically we create balance together. And so be aware, like, when we're trying to be torn apart. And when I tell you that we're being attacked spiritually, I mean it. We're in a world that's dominantly masculine right now. They try to deem femininity as weak. Oh, soft. Oh, you need to be hard. You need to be tough. You need to be like a man. But even men have feminine energy that they are suppressing, that they won't refuse to tap into because they think it makes them weak or homosexual or whatever the case is. And then women are being taught to be like men. Listen to the music. Listen to how we carry ourselves. Oh, you don't need no man. Oh, this, and that. that's away from the original design. That's stemming from trauma and pain and hurt. A man who knows how to be sensitive as well as strong is very powerful. He's tapped in to his God energy. He's able to balance the energies within him. He doesn't have to always be tough and masculine. There's feminine energy within him too. And the same thing for women. Like, we have the masculine energy in us and we are extremely powerful. I mean, you have to be so strong just to birth life, right? But we also have a softer side. And so we don't have to try to be like men. We are strong in being a woman. So we are being attacked spiritually. I'll use myself as an example. Since the world is dominantly run by the masculine energy right now, and women are trying to be diminished, our femininity has been perverted. So instead of respecting the divine feminine, we are being shown as just a sexual object for pleasure. You know, that's what we're taught, is just like, your value is in your body, your value is in how you look, and that's it. And find a man because he's your savior. You know, like, we're not respecting the feminine presence, the divine feminine on earth. And so because of this, there's like a lot of lust, and it can confuse people. And I remember like several years ago, like, I would catch myself looking at a woman in like a sexual way. And I thought the woman's body, or I think the woman's body is beautiful. Like, the curves is soft, you know, like the contrast, like the shape, like, women are so beautiful. But that doesn't mean that I'm gay. It doesn't mean that I want to be with a woman, but it can become confusing because there's so much lust, there's so much perversion, there's so much confusion. You know, and thinking like there's twerking everywhere. Like, it's just, the world is a hot mess. And so before you label yourself gender neutral, before you start questioning your sexuality, remove yourself from the world, go within and see how you truly feel. Because if you go within, you feel like, okay, I'm attracted to the same sex. That's okay. You know, I genuinely believe that some people are. I was watching something on TV with my daughter, and they were showing, it's like teenagers, and they were showing like a same-sex couple, like it's prevalent now. I had to go within and ask myself, like, how do I feel about this? Do I want her to see this? You know, do I want her to be exposed to this? And the answer is yes. And the reason why is because acceptance. We are here to love all people. People are free to do what they want to do. But I don't think that it needs to be pushed because it confuses people. Later, a few days later, I spoke to her. I said, Mama's, my daughter who's 5, I said, do girls marry boys or do girls marry girls? And she says, oh, girls marry boys, Mom. You know, that's how she feels. And so I'm not going to distort her. I'm not going to confuse her. I'm not going to be the parent that says, oh, well, you can marry a girl if you want. No, like, it's creating confusion. So you're not gender neutral, okay? And if you guys disagree, please let me know. I'm not trying to trigger anybody. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm trying to make us aware that women are being attacked, men are being attacked. We're being confused and we're being led astray. And you know, ladies, I've even been there before where like I was having a rough time in my love life. It would be like, dang, like, do I just need to date like a girl? Like, what's going on with these guys, you know? And so, but some women really get to that point where they feel like they just give up on the whole male gender. And again, that's because we have been taught that your sexuality is a choice. I mean, of course it's a choice, but I just want you to ask yourself, like, what do you truly desire? Like, not what's being shown on TV or what's being pushed in the world, but like, what do you truly need? What would truly satisfy you? I know in my case, like, I'm woman enough in my, you know, my relationship, like, it just seems like it would be off balanced in my opinion. Sometimes I associate more with the feminine, my feminine energy. And so Yeah, just drop me a comment, you guys. Let me know what you're thinking about this video. I just feel like we are created with intention, and we're created with purpose and with meaning. You were created that way for a reason. And if there's, I feel like a lot of things stem from like trauma and pain. And so like, if you don't want to be the gender you were born into, like, ask yourself why. Instead of rushing to a doctor to get cosmetics or get surgery to switch your whole identity, like, maybe go within to resolve and ask yourself why. Like, if you're a woman and you don't want to be with a man, or then like ask yourself why. Like, and it's okay. But I would just say, like, there's this agenda being pushed that like, oh, don't associate as anything, you know, but that's tearing us apart from who we are, who we were created to be. The next time you hear somebody trying to push the gender neutral agenda, because that's what it is, there's so much power in your gender identity. However it is you identify, but identify. That's my main message here. We can try to cheat the code, men and women, the humans, the originals. We are the originals. I have to say that because I just feel like the direction the world is going in is a little bit scary, you know? And so we need to come together, recognize we need each other, how important the family unit is. Love can heal all things when we respect one another and take care of one another. That's how we're gonna keep the human population alive, is come together and love, make new life together. It's gonna be pretty hard to do that if people don't even know if they're a man or woman. Who's gonna carry the baby? How are you gonna make a baby? You don't even, if people are just going off or here and there everywhere, it's just creates a lot of disarray. And so it's not about judging people's decisions. It's just about awareness that there's an agenda being pushed to have us separated from one another. Okay, so let's come together in love and respect our gender identities, and maybe we'll talk about gender roles in the next video. Drop me a comment, let me know your thoughts. Take care of yourselves, let's take care of one another, and I love you. Bye.